Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my show. We're going to be talking about Trump's defunding of two schools in Michigan that are preaching LGBTQ transgender ideology. Finally, something based from Trump after the Iran war and just continuing it. He actually does something good for once. So we're going to be talking about that today. It was a really slow news day. I couldn't find anything I liked talking about. I could have talked about the Lindsey Graham situation, but that just doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound fun. I'd rather talk. I guess this is the best story I found on Reuters. It's the thing I look at all the time. But yeah. So, yeah, this is where we talk about. So, one in Michigan and one in Maryland. The Department of Education threatened two school districts, Michigan and Maryland, with federal cuts over their transgender policies. Delays action by Donald Trump administration to try to limit transgender ideologies. I mean, I couldn't agree more. These ideologies have killed America. I mean, dude, we can tell people that, we can change your gender, and it's perfectly fine to do it. And when studies have shown, like the study in Sweden, which is a study I always go to in debates like this, that it doesn't do anything, and most people regret it, and most people don't see that their oppression gets any better. Because, gender dysphoria is a real thing. It's just that it doesn't actually help. So, we have that, right? And, the main argument is that, if you can't change your age, you can't change your gender. If age is not a social construct, if nothing else is a social construct, I don't believe race is a social construct, but they say race is not a social construct. Oh, it's a social construct. I say race is not a social construct, besides the point. But age, right? They say, well, age is not a social construct. It's rooted in biology. Well, same as gender. Like, gender is biological, dude. We're not the same. You can't just be a man and turn into a woman because they're biologically different. You can't just be one, right? So it's like lying to your people and lying to sin. So I think he did it under the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. So what's happening here is that the school districts are trying to hide the kids changing their gender. So the problem with this is, it's like in New Jersey, there's policy 5756, which is that the teachers and the school administration does not need to tell the parents that the kid wants to change their gender, so they can hide it. So the kid will go under a whole different name, a whole different gender, go into a different bathroom, and pretty much live as a girl if he's a guy, biological guy, and change to a girl. He will live as a girl. I'm saying he because it's he. He will live as a girl, and nobody will know about it. Parents will not know about it. So the teachers know about it, but the parents will not know about it. And so this is what these school districts are doing. And so Trump has a problem with this. Trump's like, well, we can't have this. The goal is we need to stop this whole thing with the transgender and LGBTQ ideologies. So the way to do it is gotta get out of the schools. And so cutting federal funding is one way of doing it. And I honestly would have done this. You have to threaten federal funding. Because, this is a moral evil, in my opinion. You're lying to kids that they can change their gender, which is gender, which is false. It's already lying. Second of all, you're kind of incentivizing this, right? You're incentivizing. I think the liberals should at least hold a position where we should try to de-incentivize surgeries. But no. So now here's the problem with this. You're kind of just incentivizing people, just like little kids, who probably think that they're a dinosaur. Like I used to think I was Spider-Man. Hey, kids are not smart, right? Little kids are not smart, right? It's normal. They're not smart. Everyone thinks they're like a dinosaur. Or they want to be like a jog astronaut, right? They're playing with stuffed toys, and you're telling these kids that they can change their gender. Crazy to me. It's honestly crazy. So, the Supreme Court, I think this is going to Supreme Court. Trump is trying to cut the funding. And he's giving them until August 10th to give their reasons why, or to end it. To not move forward with it. So, so pretty much, I mean, I will give him August 5th. I think that's fine, August 10th. But August 5th would have been better, just quicker to get done. But he needs to do this not with just these two schools. He needs to do this with every single school that's promoting this ideology. Every single one, not just this. Okay, because we have so many schools, like schools in California, New Jersey, New York, all the other blue states, right? Washington, Oregon, D.C., right? All of these states, right? Besides D.C., all these states, well, they all have a woke ideology in their schools, and so it's one trying to make the newer generation more left wing, especially the men, which is not happening. They see a failure in that, but we also see that they're just trying to push this woke ideology so they can conquer the right and make the right concede to their horrible ideologies. That's what they're trying to do. And don't kid yourself, that's what's happening. So he needs to cut down not just these two schools, but every single school that preaches LGBTQ ideologies. I would even say, like, even evolution, not evolution to extent. I think that we should keep atheistic beliefs out of the schools, and also theistic beliefs out of the school. I don't think it should be secular, but this is more important, right? This is more important. The evolution can wait. I don't even care that much about evolution, because evolution, there's a debate whether it's real or not in the Catholic faith. I believe it is. Microevolution, not macro, like we came from chimpanzees. I just don't believe that's true. But if we look at microevolution, I believe it's true. But besides the point, if we look at the trans movement, it's not dying out. But once I think a Democrat will win in 2028 because Trump is doing such a bad job, well, we need to do what Biden did to the pro-life families. Look what Biden did to the pro-life families. He was spying on pro-life families, trying to put them in jail. He went after right-wing content creators. We need to go after guys like Don Lemon, Hassan Piker, Sneeko, all the leftist creators, because we did that. They did it to us. They did it after Nick. They went after all the J6ers. We need to kind of just go back at them, right? Because we are not doing what they did to us. Because when Trump got into office, look what's happened to the right wing. Andrew Tate going to jail. Charlie Kirk shot. Antifa still around, even more powerful. What has Trump really done for the right wing? So this is a good start, right? This is a good start. So building up, taking out these woke ideologies out of the schools, but he needs to keep doing this, and it can't just be a one-time thing. All right. I'm surprised this is more mainstream. I didn't even hear about it. Maybe I'm just not caught up with the news. I don't know. But I think this is a great thing. I can't really go much on this because it's not that big of an article. I'll probably talk more about this on the 10th. He's also attempted to freeze on pro-Palestinian protests. I don't know, climate incentives. Yeah, sure. But the diversity programs, he's also have Israel in here too. But it's not much more to talk about this because it's a short article. It's not mainstream. I don't know how many views this video is going to get, this show. But, yeah. So, let's see what... I'll probably talk about this on August 10th. Which is in 13 days from now. So, yeah, we haven't seen anything. But this is a good start. Trump needs to just keep attacking the left wing. Keep going after them. You have to do this. You have to do this. Because if a Democrat does win in 2028, which I am praying that they don't, but they probably will, they're coming right back for us. They're coming right back for us, so we need to just do the same thing, right? Unless they make peace, but they're not going to do it. The left is evil. The left is awful, right? So, yeah. Anyways, that's about it. There's a little short article from Reuters. I recommend you guys check this out. There's nothing much to talk about today, though. I didn't want to talk about the Iran war because Nick talked about the Iran war. I'm like, it's like, I'm a griper, so I don't want to steal his ideas. So I just decided to do this. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll probably be going live on TikTok today, depending on the polls go out. And yeah, I gotta find more debates. I gotta be on the Taft show on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm assuming. I don't know. He's going to be asking me questions about my worldview and stuff like that. So, I don't know what to expect. I don't know if he's going to be trying to sneakily debate me. But yeah, thank you for watching. God bless.